Okay. Here we are. All done. We might want to start over though, just in case somebody hasn't watched this. We're at the last. We ended up. What day did we go in for chemo?
Thursday.
We went in for the chemo Thursday, and we thought it was the second to last chemo. So Mom made me a beautiful port shirt with butterflies, and then we ended up forgetting it and didn't get to use it. But we thought, not a big deal. We'll go ahead and make it. We'll utilize it for the last one. And we get there, and almost every time we went in, because we celebrated, people would say, "Oh, girls, this your last time?" And we'd say, "No, this is what visit we're on." So last week, a couple of the nurses said, "Oh, next time is your last time," or, a couple weeks ago. And we said, "Oh, no, we're on number 3 or 2 or whatever it was." Come to find out, they were correct, and that was our last one. When we found that out, it was
surprise.
It was a surprise. It was almost like a get out of jail free card, where you just wanted to look at them and say, well, okay, that's my last visit. The bad thing about it is I had so many things planned. I wanted to do for Mom and to just kind of show our journey. And the good thing is I didn't have to do any of those at this point in time, because it just came about that it was the last chemo trip. So maybe we can tell a little about our journey. We did decide that we are going to continue to make videos for a little bit. We want to tell different things that would be beneficial for people going through this process. So in 2 weeks, we will kind of meet up again and do another video and explain different thoughts that we have on things that are coming up. So, but other than that, I think we'll recap. And a little over a year ago, I actually, quite a little bit before that, found out I had the gene and all that stuff. But yeah, a little over a year ago, found out I had cancer. And one of my breasts, I was told it was going to be removed. That breast was going to be removed. I chose at that point to go ahead and have them both removed. That was a choice that I made. I didn't want to go back later and have the second one removed. So that was a personal choice I made. It ended up coming out good because they found cancer in the second one when they took it off. And that's kind of a little where the test results got messed up, and we switched providers because the second one that they took off, they didn't think that they really had to worry about it, and they actually did, and they needed the tissue. And so that's another story for a later date. But found out I had cancer, and had told Mom at the beginning, I am going to go ahead and do the chemo by myself. I thought that we went in and there was these chemo patients. Maybe we sat around a circle, sang Kumbaya, got to know each other. We go in to look at the area before, we were going to go in a few weeks later and have chemo. And it's this room you go in, and you're by yourself. And I switched from this woman that was going to go to chemo and do it on her own to saying, Mom, Mom, will you please go to chemo with me? And she graciously did. And we ended up getting to spend a journey together that, boy, I'll never forget. And I'll never stop being grateful for all of the blessings that happened throughout the whole thing. This cancer thing came as it kind of left as quick as it came. It shocked us at the beginning, and it shocked us at the end of chemo. But what I would recommend after going through this process, if I could look at a woman and say, hey, you have, you just found out you have breast cancer. What do I do? I would look at him and I would say, go shopping. I would say, go shopping and celebrate. And celebrate. If you don't have money, go to Goodwill. It doesn't matter. Go yard sailing. Do something for yourself. Get yourself a crown and be prepared to go on a journey that will take strength and a whole team of people to help. And don't be afraid to make a phone call. Don't be afraid to call a friend or a family member and say, hey, I'm about to go through something big and I need your help. I, at the beginning, was very firm about I am not going to get assistance. I felt like that was more for women that had children and stuff, and I didn't need assistance. And I ended up, well, I just say I recommend right at the beginning finding out what is out there in your area, finding out what kind of help you can get, and don't you dare be ashamed. Don't you dare be ashamed, because this is a journey that it's not a death sentence. I believe I always kind of felt like breast cancer was this really taboo breast thing that you just kind of either had them removed or it was taboo. It's not taboo. It's a journey. And it's one that you'll need to really, well, I'd say you really need to do it on your knees. Yeah. If you're not doing this journey on your knees, well, I don't know how you're doing it, because it's just one of those type of journeys that if you're not on your knees, and look into the sky. That helped a lot. You don't have control, and I am, what do they call it? Maybe a tad bit controlling of I like.
God is in control, though.
But yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
It really is, and the amount of prayers, the amount of people. I know I don't reach back. All the time. I really don't. There has been people sending messages, but I read them all. There's times that have been rougher than others. I think mentally through this, I have stayed strong, but the support system I've had has been, that's Sissy, I think. Yeah. The support system I have has been phenomenal. And I could not imagine doing it without you. I appreciate
telling
it.
Telling you what to do.
Telling me we got along every time. We never argued.
Nope.
We everything went perfect. But in the end, it was something neither one of us had done before, and I think both of us had the right heart to go through this and
get closer to the Lord.
Get closer to the Lord. There was the one day, Mom, I was real busy and I was kind of having a bad day. And Mom said, well, sit down for a minute. I said, oh, no, I gotta go. And she said, sit down, kind of in that voice that you just said, okay, I'll sit down. And she brought her Bible out. And she read something. It was a verse in the Bible, and it talked about God giving you a lot of things in your life, but it's because you can handle it, pretty much. I'm not quoting it right, so that's why I didn't mention where it is in the Bible. But it's in the Bible, so if you get time, go ahead and read it. But other than that, we do have some things that we're going to be implementing with the port shirts, and we're very excited to tell you. We're very excited that you have went on the journey with us. We did it, and Terry provided a bell for us. At the chemo, I went through the first part of the chemo and thought there'd be a bell, and there wasn't a bell. And went through the second part and thought there'd be a bell. I don't know why I thought there needs to be a bell, but we have a bell. So thank you. And is there anything you'd like to add?
I'm just so thankful that we've got through this journey, this part of it. You can ring the bell. Have an awesome day.
Now, they did tell us from here on out, we will be going every 3 months for checkups for the first 2 years. After the first 2 years, it should go to 6 months after that. But,
You just keep checking.
just to keep a checking. And they're checking on the thing in the brain, too. But other than that, hey, life's good. So, I hope you have an awesome
Possum day.
and God bless.
Yes. Ring the bell.
You ring it too.
We're done.
We're done. We did it.
Yeah. Turn your radio off.
Oh, yeah. It's not a radio. It's a